to the big house, Michigan Stadium. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. This is essential for both teams in the conference standings. While they have done well so far, they're both undefeated in league play. This will be the difference maker. Everybody having eyes on Indianapolis. The Big Ten champs will be backs against the wall. Whoever wins this game has the lead in the league and can make a huge statement come December. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Wolverines headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Fielded in the end zone. It's Morris. Slips through the line. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you can be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
They'll leave it with him. Crosses the 40. At midfield, he's got room. Off and running. He's at the 20. And he scores! Touchdown, Michigan!
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman, like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So
lets it fly. Makes the grab on the right. Might have a chance. Inside the 10. All the way. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he puts through the extra point. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era. But certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and a bye.
I love it. It's a great show-me week. A lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion. Like both these squads, really, really good football teams in really good positions in their conference. But, Jesse, after today, there can only be 1-1.
Yeah, the picture's going to change, no doubt about it. These two teams both, though, believe they're the best in conference play. Nobody's beat them yet, and they believe they're the man in the conference. So we're going to learn a lot. By the time this game is over, who is the best in conference play?
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Snags it and he's open. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Michigan. Looking for the time with the extra point. And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. You reach this portion of the season, in games like this, top 5 showdown can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, middle of the season, you kind of get in the lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wear off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right. If you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try and put some points on the board.
The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Great place to start for this offense. Gives it on the option. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Finds his big tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Motion from the back. Hand off to the fullback. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Michigan! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And some room to work. There's some room. Hard-hitting tackle. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. That was an entertaining first quarter. Fireworks all over the place, as will be indicated in our first quarter stats. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Trying to impose their will with the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Line getting set on second down. Running inside. It's Beebe. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Back to throw. It's Hoover. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, going to the air. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. And we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on. But with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
Give to the running back. Picks up the first down. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Wolverines! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. They'll snag it just inside the 10. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
Oof, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Gonna run it. It's Beebe. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Looking to pass. It's Hoover. Intercepted for the 11th time. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. This quarterback part of their running game. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Going for 6. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Coming out with it, it's Morris. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Defense in press coverage. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And the Hoosiers are in the hurry-up.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his...
He'll take a deep shot here. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He'll do it himself. There he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these. They're just weapons of mass destruction.
They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle, it's Bond. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. Just going to keep it after the snap. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Hoosiers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. So much for jumbo sets. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 2. Looking to fire. Has to let this one go off his back foot. And he throws another interception. His 3rd one of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Underwood. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, a great job by the quarterback understanding where the pressure was coming from and understanding where his outlet was. And David, you know, it's demoralizing, I expect, from a defensive standpoint when you think you've dialed up the blitz and you think you're getting home.
Yeah, and you're doing what you can to try to pressure the QB, and you're bringing extra guys, but sometimes that comes at a sacrifice. And you can see he got the matchup he wanted, took advantage of it, didn't get flustered. That was the biggest thing. Like most QBs, sometimes when that blitz comes, they'll get flustered really quickly and make a bad decision. He stayed calm, made the right read, made the right decision.
On the play. Brings up third down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He might want another play. Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood. On target to the left. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he'll try to bang this one through from 52 yards out and the left hash. They got it. It's blocked. He's got the ball. That one's live. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the number 7 team, the Tennessee Volunteers. And it's the Gamecocks keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Expectations were high for this running back, but how about this, man? Not only has he been great day one and starting and being a pivotal part of the offense, he's leading the offense. He's in the Heisman Trophy race. To be a running back in that conversation, Jesse, it means you are dominating week in, week out, and at a young age.
Yeah, this 5-star running back has been giving defensive coordinators nightmares, sleepless nights. So far, they can't find a way to slow this true freshman down. He has just been unbelievable every single week. He's got this team right now in a race to make the college football playoff. And if he can stay healthy, David, I think they can go all the way.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to take off. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they've built the lead here today.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
So now it's 2nd and long. Rides to back and leaves it. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. Escapes the pressure to his right. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. The Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. No fair catches here, looking for room. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Looking for space. It's Richard. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Breaks into the open. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a 1st down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll go with a direct snap. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. And the Hoosiers headed quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offense is don't get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a 1st down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Beebe. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment, calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that. He drops the ball right in his hands.
He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's Underwood to throw. Quarterback extends the play. On the run, deep down the right side.
And those are the ones you just want to pull it back in as soon as you throw it as a quarterback, because you know he was open, I had him, I just put too much underneath it and missed out on a big play.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Hauls it in. Turns it on in midfield. Flying out to the left. 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
When these offenses get in the rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And they did tack on the extra point. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. And the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
And they'll knock him down for a 5-yard loss. The Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. Chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down.
Rush, rush, rush. Burn him.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the disjointed start just looks sloppy when you get a false start. It's 2nd and long. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the Hoosiers want to crank the tempo. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. To the air, it's Hoover. Blasted as he lets it go. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage, and he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense, but the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Tight end finds a soft spot.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
And the Hoosiers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Quick completion to the right. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly, and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. They'll go right back to him. Could be an alley. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
Looking for a man. It's Hoover. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Number 15, set to kick it away.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. He'll be stopped on the return right at the 30-yard line and helped out this offense a few extra yards in field position. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Unleashes one. Complete to the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play-action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
David, I've been so impressed watching this five-star true freshman and how he's played earlier this year. I think everybody knew he was physical and he could run and he had speed, but this is a guy that can catch the ball, he can block, he can do a lot of different things in this offense. The moment has just never seemed too big for him.
Yeah, I think mentally, physically is never really an issue with a lot of freshmen. It's always the mentally. Can I take and can I learn the playbook? Can I handle all these things that are coming at me? He's handled it all. He's handled it with flying colors. He's on pace to rush for over 1,000 yards. As a true freshman, like investment they made in him, well spent.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Underwood from the gun on third down. Here's a heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And remember, he's already had one blocked in this game. Oh, the attempt is no good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today.
And they trusted him. Even after that last miss, they trusted him again to make it, and he misses again. I don't know how much more trust they'll have in him. Good weather, not a long kick, second miss of the day. We might not see him again.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. On the run, it's Richard. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll go right back to the run. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And not much picked up there, but that will do it for this one.